Welcome everybody to the 2022 Hyundai Santa Cruz. This is Hyundai's attempt at the compact pickup truck. There are not many players in this segment right now, but this is Hyundai's attempt at it. Let's see how this car is. The front end of the car is a very typical all-new Hyundai family look. All of the new Hyundai SUVs have this look. This is in fact based on the Tucson, hence the front end of this car resembles a lot with the current latest Hyundai Tucson. It's got maybe one less DRL compared to the Hyundai Tucson. The DRLs can be found on the grille. It's a very unique look and it looks really good. Also, one more difference from the Tucson is the integration of the headlights onto the bumper. This has on the bumpers and it has a lot more cladding around it. When you come to the side profile of the car, towards the rear door is where you'll find a 4-foot bed, which makes this car stand out compared to the Tucson and other cars in the market. It's got a very car-like look in the first 3 quarters, and the rear quarter of the car is a very truck-like. It's got a 4-foot bed. You can store lots of stuff into it. It's got nice cladding to give it that adventure look. It's got nice 20-inch diamond cut alloys, which are available in this ultimate trim, which is the top-end trim of this car. And each of the cladding have a very nice quirky touch. They have the silhouette of a Santa Cruz on each of the fenders. I think that's a very smart little addition by Hyundai. When you come to the rear part of the car is where you see the real trucky part of this car. You have the tailgate, you've got side steps, which is really nice. You can get into the bed. You've got L-shaped LED taillights, which again look really good at night. You can obviously get access to the tailgate by flipping. It's not the one that comes completely crashing down. You got access to the 4-feet bed, and the tonneau cover is standard. So you can just flip it open and get access to the bed. Now that I'm seated inside this Hyundai Santa Cruz, I can tell you about the seats. The seats themselves are really nice, very soft fabric. It's sort of a leatherette, so I think it can withstand some abuse. The seats themselves are really nice. The driving seat is electrically adjusted. It does not have memory seat, but it does have lumbar as well, only front and back. The passenger seat, however, is not powered. But again, overall, it's a nice place to be, and you can sit here for long hours doing your long journeys. The center console is a thing of beauty in this car. It feels really good. The gear lever feels really nice in your hand. You've got some nice aluminum finished buttons for the hill descent, the parking cameras, the parking brake, and the driving modes and everything. The armrest is really nice. You've got the cooled seats, heated steering, and this also does open to have a really nice storage. You do have a wireless car charging port, so you can put in your phone wirelessly, it can charge. You do have 2 charging ports as well, one for fast charging and one for the normal USB, which can be used for the Apple CarPlay. Obviously, you do have a 12-volt charging as well. Everything here is gloss black. You've got a nice 10-inch screen. The fluidity is top-notch. You can open anything you want. You've got the touch AC as well, so everything is touch, no buttons at all, which also is a bit of a downside. I wish there was maybe a volume knob, maybe perhaps, but again, this is modern, and Hyundai has stuck to modern trends, so they have removed the volume knob. One downside, however, I do feel is that everything is gloss black, is kind of dust attractive, and you can find easily there'll be dust and fingerprints around. Again, something that you can keep clean, but yeah, might be a bit of a hassle for some. But again, no complaints because everything looks and feels top-notch. Now I'm in the rear seat of the Santa Cruz, where you would feel that there are some changes compared to the Tucson. First of all, you would find the backrest a little upright. It's not as comfortable as I would say the Tucson, and I also feel that under-thigh support could have been a little bit better. The window line is also a tad higher, which is just a regular Hyundai trait, which I've seen in a variety of Hyundai cars over the years. But overall, it's a nice place to be. You've got ample knee room, so tall people can sit. I'm 5'8", and I have ample headroom and I have ample knee room, so that's not a problem. Overall, it's a really nice place to be. One really cool thing I really like is that the integration of the cup holder into the door pad, which is really cool. You can just put a drink easy. You have your vents, and you do have charging ports in the back. You do have a net as well to put some more stuff. Also, one more thing, they don't have an armrest, so there's nothing to pull down to put your arm. Nothing. So that should have been there as well. But again, it's a great place to be. And I think barring a few things, it's a good place to be, and you can again sit here for long hours, and passengers will be really comfortable inside. Let's get behind the wheel of the 2022 Hyundai Santa Cruz, and you can see it pulls off really well. This car has
a 2.5 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine that puts out about 280 horsepower and about 300 foot-pounds of torque, which is actually really healthy. It's 2 tons, roughly the weight, but this car can still do 0 to 100 in 6.4, 6.5 seconds, which is actually pretty rapid for a car of this heft and the capabilities this car has, because obviously it is all-wheel drive. It has a snow mode, it has a mud mode, it has a sand mode. So it's actually really capable on that front. But again, it's a nice handler. The steering is really light, so you can maneuver the car. It's really good for, driving in stop-start traffic. You want to park, 3-point turns. It's not a problem. Even these corners, it's handling it so well. Honestly, it's actually more fun to drive than I actually expected. And then I can use the paddle shifters for engine braking. As you can see, it's a 8-speed dual clutch unit. And it's not the fastest dual clutch unit, I can say that, but it's not bad. It shifts, it gets the job done, it's smooth. So it's pretty good. I can put the engine into sport mode and you can see the dials change, and it's just way more eager right now. And I can just engine brake, and wow, look at this for a turn. Yep, feels so nice. Feels so nice. And just put down the gear. Oh, that's a sharp one. But again, it's so nice, and you can, because of the all-wheel drive, it powers out of corners so well. And you always have the grip. You never, scrambling for traction, which maybe front-wheel drive cars will do, especially in this weather. It's not the warmest, which is the most traction-friendly. But again, it's overall a very, very nice car to drive. And again, it's something that you would really appreciate as a daily, because it's got the comfort, it's got the power, it's got the features, it's got everything. It's got the cruise control, adaptive cruise control, lane keep, and all the works you could ask for. It's got everything. I think this car is actually a really, really sorted product that way.
2022 Hyundai Santa Cruz then. I think it's a great looker. It's really comfortable for its occupants inside. It rides really well. It's really practical with the very practical 4-feet bed in the back. It's got a host of features, all the bells and whistles you could have asked for. I think it's a great package overall. At $44,000 Canadian, I think it's really good value. It's the ultimate one-car garage, if you could ask me, because this does it all. It's really capable all-wheel drive as well to deal with all the snow or the mud or anything. I think this would appeal to the adventure junkie in you.